The New Teacher. Chapter 1. A New Beginning. It was Monday morning. The sun shone brightly, but inside Willow Creek Elementary School, a nervous energy buzzed. Today was the day. Today, Miss Lily Bloom, the new third-grade teacher, would arrive. The children, mostly 8 and 9 years old, whispered excitedly amongst themselves. A new teacher meant new possibilities, new adventures, new everything. Lily Bloom adjusted her glasses, a small smile playing on her lips. She clutched her bright pink teacher's bag, its contents carefully organized, crayons, markers, a stack of freshly printed worksheets, and a well-loved copy of The Very Hungry Caterpillar. This was her first teaching job, and she was both thrilled and terrified. She had spent weeks preparing, creating engaging lesson plans and decorating her classroom with cheerful posters and colorful streamers. Her classroom, 3B, was small but bright, overlooking the school's playground. The principal, Mr. Harrison, a tall man with a kind smile and a perpetually rumpled suit, greeted her at the door. "Welcome, Miss Bloom. I'm so glad you're here. The children are really looking forward to meeting you." Lily's heart pounded a little faster. Meeting the children, that was the part she was most nervous about. Would they like her? Would she be a good teacher? She followed Mr. Harrison down the hallway, past classrooms bustling with activity. The sounds of children's laughter and the rhythmic tapping of pencils created a comforting hum. Chapter 2. Meeting the Class. Mr. Harrison opened the door to 3B. 30 pairs of eyes, wide and curious, stared at her. A wave of shyness washed over Lily, but she took a deep breath and offered a bright smile. "Good morning, class," she said, her voice a little shaky at first. "My name is Miss Bloom, and I'm very happy to be your new teacher." A chorus of good mornings greeted her, some shy, some enthusiastic. A few children giggled nervously. Lily started to feel a little more at ease. They weren't so scary after all. She spent the first hour getting to know her students. She learned their names, their favorite colors, and their favorite animals. She discovered that Tom loved dinosaurs, Sarah loved to read, and Ben was a budding artist. She learned that some were shy, some were boisterous, and some were somewhere in between. It was a diverse and vibrant group, and Lily felt a surge of excitement. This was going to be an adventure. Chapter 3. The First Lesson. The first lesson was about introductions. Lily had prepared a fun activity. Each child drew a self-portrait and then wrote a short paragraph about themselves. The children were initially hesitant, but as they started drawing and writing, their faces lit up with concentration and pride. Ben's drawing was particularly impressive, a detailed portrait of himself with a vibrant green dinosaur perched on his shoulder. Sarah's picture showed her curled up with a book, her eyes sparkling with imagination. Tom's was a fierce T-Rex, of course. Lily praised each child's work, encouraging their creativity and individuality. By the end of the lesson, the atmosphere in the classroom had transformed. The initial shyness had evaporated, replaced by a sense of camaraderie and mutual respect. Lily felt a warmth spread through her. This was exactly what she had hoped for. Chapter 4. Challenges and Triumphs. The first few weeks were a whirlwind of activities. Lily introduced different learning methods, incorporating games, songs, and hands-on projects into her lessons. She discovered that teaching wasn't always easy. There were days when things didn't go according to plan, when some children struggled to understand the material, and when classroom management felt like a Herculean task. There was one particularly challenging student, a boy named Michael. He was often disruptive, refusing to participate in class activities and talking incessantly. Lily tried various strategies, talking to him individually, involving him in classroom discussions, and even assigning him special tasks. It was frustrating at times, but she refused to give up on him. She knew that every child had the potential to learn and grow. One afternoon, after a particularly difficult class, Lily felt discouraged. She sat at her desk, staring at a pile of unfinished worksheets, feeling overwhelmed. Suddenly, she heard a gentle knock on the door. It was Michael. He hesitantly handed her a small drawing, a picture of a spaceship soaring through the stars. "I made this for you, Miss Bloom," he whispered. Lily's heart melted. She praised his creativity and thanked him for the gift. That night, she decided to try a different approach with Michael, focusing on his strengths rather than his weaknesses. Slowly, gradually, things started to change. Michael began to participate more in class, showing a surprising talent for mathematics. He even helped other students with their work. Lily's patience and persistence had finally paid off. Chapter 5. Building relationships. Lily discovered the importance of building positive relationships with her students, their parents, and her colleagues. She organized parent-teacher meetings, encouraging open communication and collaboration. She shared her classroom activities and challenges with her fellow teachers, receiving valuable support and advice. She learned the value of small gestures. A kind word, a reassuring smile, a small act of kindness could go a long way in creating a positive learning environment. She organized class outings to the library, the zoo, and the local park, creating opportunities for her students to learn outside the classroom. Chapter 6. School play and success. The school play was fast approaching. This year, they were staging The Wizard of Oz. Lily was excited but nervous. Many children were keen to participate and some roles required more confidence and experience than others. Lily tried her best to help her students, even the most nervous ones. She showed great patience and empathy, and her students shone under her careful guidance. The play was a resounding success. The children performed brilliantly, their hard work and dedication evident in every scene. Lily felt an overwhelming sense of pride and accomplishment. She had witnessed their growth and transformation throughout the whole experience, not only in their performance, but in their confidence and teamwork. It was a truly magical night. Chapter 7. The end of the year. The school year came to a close. Lily stood at the classroom door, waving goodbye to her students as they exited for the summer. Many of them ran back for a hug and some presented her with handmade cards and gifts. It filled her heart with joy. There were tears and heartfelt goodbyes. She reflected on the year that had passed, a year filled with challenges, successes, laughter, and tears. She had learned so much, not only about teaching, but about herself. She had discovered that teaching was more than just imparting knowledge, it was about nurturing, inspiring, and empowering young minds. It was about making a difference in the lives of her students. She looked forward to the next year. She knew there would be more challenges, but she was ready to face them. She was no longer the nervous new teacher. She was Miss Bloom, a confident, passionate educator, ready to embark on a new adventure with a new class of eager learners. She smiled. She loved her job. She loved her students. And she couldn't wait for the next chapter.